It's fine. All right, welcome everybody. We're live, at least I hope so. It's always the way. I guess we'll find out in just a moment. And we have an epic box of fridge proportions back behind me here. So I thought I'd share with you guys a little bit about what's come in, as well as some other stuff that's coming up on the channel in the next few days. So we've got some cool stuff. I've been able to borrow some really great gear as well. We're gonna plug in whatever's in the box and test it out on this live stream as well. So welcome everybody. If there's any issues with the stream, please let me know. I had a couple of issues just before, but I'm tipping we're going to be all good. It looks like we can stream in HD here, so we should be sorted out. All right, welcome everybody. We've got Ben. How are you, mate? We've got Quentin. The Intelligent. That's a cool name. Vibro Steve, welcome, mate. All right, cool. Joseph from Chicago. So this box was unexpected today, actually. I wasn't anticipating this to actually be here, so I thought it'd be fun to kind of open it up and see what these guitars are like. These are from Thomann in Germany, so they sent a massive box of stuff out. It should be a bit of fun. Good audio and good video. Thanks, Quentin. I appreciate that. Jamal, welcome, mate. Loud and clear. Awesome. So yeah, it's always the way. Every time I go to stream, looks like my mic might be clipping a bit. Yeah, there's always just a glitch somewhere. Now it's my modem that was giving me some problems, but we're good. D-box time. That's right, Lando. You got to check out Landon's unboxing as well. He bought a new Tele, which is pretty sweet. All right, Kin Mason, Darren, welcome, mate. All right, let's do it. So, yeah. You know, it's a weird thing having boxes turn up to the house like this. I'm still not sort of used to it, believe it or not. I don't get a whole lot of like stuff sent out like this either. So for me, this is still always exciting. I know there's a huge audience for inexpensive guitars too. So yeah, I thought we'd have a look at this one. I was actually expecting a different guitar to turn up, not this one. What's my main current guitar? I'm loving the V. I've taken that out 3 times and played it live already, and I love it. So I think it could be my best sounding guitar. But my PRS SE is the one that I've played the most up until just the other day when I got the V. But yeah, for me, I go through phases with stuff, you know. Sometimes it's my Tele, sometimes it's the Little Crow, and just sometimes it's, well, now that may actually be the Gibson. I think the Gibson's actually the best sounding humbucker guitar I got by a mile. Well, not by a mile, but it's pretty cool. I'll donate $20 if no one comments for 1 minute. Nah, just keep commenting. No need to do that. All right. Hopefully we can see. Oh yeah, I got my reference screen. Let's see a little bit about what's going on in here. Man, no messing around on this packaging. It is the real deal. Jeez. What am I going to do with this box? No joke, I reckon I could fit in there. That'd be hilarious. I could easily fit in here. Hopefully we can still see what's going on. All right. So we're going to test this out with some new profiles I made for the Kemper as well. I've been able to borrow some really wicked amps, and I've been able to sort of profile them, and they sound great. So, oh man. Ha! Oh, jeez. some reason they feel heavier outside of the box. Oh, well, look at this thing. Hey Terry, welcome mate. Try to fit in there. All right, I'll do it later. I reckon I could just seriously just walk into it. It's that big. All right, so one of these three I'm probably not going to unbox because I think it's a... Oh, we might as well. We might as well. We'll do it more. We'll have a look. Let us know if you're a fan of these guitars. You know, I had zero expectations of Harley Benson's until I saw them. And then I went, oh, now I get it. You know, Squier Classic vibes were always kind of like the best of the inexpensive, you know, Strat and Tele style guitars. And then they weren't cheap. At least not in Australia. Their price went up a lot. You know, and after actually seeing, you know, the majority of their range last year while I was in Germany, I was like, these are really great guitars. So Dr. Rick gets a free Toman t-shirt. The gear snob that he is, he'll love that. Oh man, hang on, sorry guys, hang on. All right, we'll keep this unboxing pretty short. If we want to do some Q&A later, I might just come back on and do that. All right, let's just do this one. This is TE90FLT LHHWH or something. So epic model numbers. You see my bald head. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is one I've been looking to try for a while. I know John will appreciate this. One of the subs. It's like a Cabronita style Tele. This was kind of like the first one that I saw where I went, this might be awesome. It's got the reverse headstock. It's got a nice big neck as well. And it's not too far out of tune. So we've got the tailpiece is basically locked down, which is good. String through body. It's a lot lighter in terms of its color than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be more of a butterscotch, but it's really like a translucent white almost. It's pretty sweet. That's volume and tone control, excuse me. We've got the Roswell pickups. Fret edges are beautiful. Yeah, pretty cool. All right, let's plug it in. We'll do one at a time. All right, so what you're going to hear is the JMC 800, the new one, the Studio Classic, which is epic. I got a video coming up of that. I didn't buy it, I've just borrowed it. What I should probably do first, I'm going to tune it up without having the audio go through the live stream here, if this works. Ooh. Hang on. Oh, it's, wow. All right, I got to get used to that. Reverse headstock means reverse tuners. What do you think of the color of this? That's a C. Let's drop this down. Come on. This clip-on tuner I got is garbage. Well, that's going to take me a while to... Alright, that's close enough. I'll do the rest on the Kemper because the Kemper tuner is awesome. That's the neck pickup. I'm expecting this to be a little bit out of whack in terms of tuning. It's a different sort of profile. It's not quite as fat as a 52 Tele, but it's not far off. I don't know. Sounds pretty good. What do you reckon? So that's the JCM 800 with a bit of drive. Spanky. Thanks. The tone is amazing. You wait until you hear the amp that I profiled. I got my hands on one of the new JCM 800 Studio Classics, a 20 watt head. Unbelievable. That's going through my 2x12 Marshall box, mic'd up with I think a 57. I know it's a bit out. I think it's cold in here too, so. It's both pickups sound like. All right, that's pretty sweet. That is pretty sweet. So yeah, one more look and then we'll get on to the next one. I know my webcam's changing contrast as I do this because of the lighting, but yeah, pretty sweet. I think it sounds pretty good. Once I stretch the strings out, give it a good play. The reverse headstock's definitely a different kind of vibe. Yeah, it's pretty cool. One more time. I like it. I think it sounds pretty cool. All right, next. This next one I'm kind of keen to try because I've got something to kind of compare it to as well, which should be fun. Hey, China Guitar Skeptic, welcome, mate. We've got Marsman here as well. All right, so that's the one I'm going to just save to last because it doesn't. We've already seen one of those. Here we go. This will be cool. This will be put up against something that I already own in a video after the fact because I'm really keen to see what this is like. I didn't get a chance to play any of these other models when I was in Germany because they didn't have any lefties. So, oh, yeah. Judging from the one Rick got, which is different to this, this one I'm keen to have a look at. Hey Amanda, welcome. Do you know what pickups are in that? So the last one, they were Roswell pickups. They're kind of like Filtertron, not Filtertron style. They're Cabronita style pickups, which they're different. I think Fidelitrons or something like that. But yeah, they're the Roswell pickups. Ooh, this weighs a lot. This must have been where most of the weight was. All right. Another lefty. This is great. lefties. And you can, of course, get all of these in righties. This is just fun for me because, you know, being a left-hander and knowing what it was like when I first started playing, not being able to find any lefties. You know, 1 in 10 guitar players are left-handed, right? And that's a lot of people. So I'm glad a lot of these different brands are making more and more lefties. You know, even Gibson and Fender have always made quite a few, but Fender's problem is they always made a lot of the same colors every year and stuff. Same with Gibson too, but they're finally doing different stuff. So they may actually see an increase in sales because, you know, any left-handed player out there who's already got a Les Paul has bought the one that they made. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, how many of the same type of guitars do you need? Wow. Look at that. So this is basically a custom 24 Harley Benton. Look, the model actually isn't called a custom 24. It's called a, what is this one called? Oh, it doesn't say. There was a card somewhere. I think I just threw it. But it's that kind of thing. Oh, here it is, CST 24 Deluxe. It's on the back of the headstock. This is in a whole different league to the last guitar. It feels much, much better. You know, I've played $10,000 PRS guitars and I own a custom 24. This feels like a more substantial guitar in the hand than that, which is hard to admit. It's almost in tune. It's so close. I reckon we can plug it in and it won't be too far off. I'll just do a quick Oh, I reckon I've tuned it out of tune, like something's flat. Let's just use this. I hate tuning up on. Oh yeah, I mean E flat tuning. Let's give this another go. Oh wow, they're all out. They're all in tune to each other almost, but it was a semitone out. There we go. It's good to know. Let's get the starting point here. So this probably comes with a whammy bar in the box as well. I'll give that a shot once I restring it. I got a couple of good ideas for videos coming up, other than just comparisons. So yeah, stay tuned for those. Got the push-pull thing going on. Where am I going to put all the new guitars? I'm going to get rid of some, not these ones, but other ones I've got. It's got a really flat fretboard radius, I can tell already. It's like it's sort of like what you'd consider to be like a fast guitar, I guess. It's got that flat sort of. There's nothing wrong with this. Far out. This is a split coil. Volume down. Man, there we go. You know what's funny? Someone was just mentioning the PRS Les Paul DC kind of vibe and all that sort of thing. You know, when the John Mayer Strat came out, everyone was, you know, really like, oh, how could PRS make a Strat? They made a Strat like 20 years before that. It was basically the same thing. My friend Dom's got one. I can't remember the exact model of it, but it's basically a Strat. It's got 3 weird looking pickups, but it's basically that, you know, so it's kind of funny. So what brand was that Tally? So these are all Harley Benton guitars. Sorry if I didn't point that out. There we go. That's this feels unreal. The finish is great. It's actually green, you know. I thought it was like a grey, but it's kind of like a translucent or see-through green color. It's not a bolt-on neck either, which is cool. No, I don't really care either way. Roswell pickups. 24 frets, split coil, 1 tone and 1 volume. It's perfect. That's all you need. Oh, this is great. So this is the CST 24 Deluxe. We just got asked what it was. Boudreaux Guitars, welcome mate. How you doing? Sounds pretty great. It does. It you know, I call stuff as I see it. If it's crap, I let you know. Like the jam stack. But you know, I always take into consideration like what things are worth and how they compare to things that are more expensive. That's kind of like my benchmark test. I don't just say, oh, it's crap because it's inexpensive, or it's great because it's expensive. If it isn't, it isn't, right? It's like there's a clear-cut difference between something that plays well and that's cheap, or less expensive, or something that's expensive and plays like crap. I've played some expensive crap guitars, and this compares very, very favorably to my PRS SE. It may actually feel slightly nicer, which is disturbing, but oh man. All right, so there we have it. That's 2 out of the 3. And for whatever reason, I'm pretty sure the last one is pretty much something you've seen before. You know, I did my initial review of the TE52. Mine had a lot of marks along the top of the neck, which I didn't care about, but I'm pretty sure Thomann have sent another one of those out. I said to him, don't worry about it. You know, the one I've got's fine. And I ended up relicking it, but they said, no, we'll send you another one. So I guess I got 2 Telecasters. We might do a giveaway. Let's have a look at this one. So the tone on that last one, I tell you what, it's pretty great. It's in my head. It's in my head already. Oh, it's funny, it looks so different. I'm used to seeing mine, which is just around outside of the room here at the moment. I won't spend too much time with this because I know everybody's seen this one before, but we'll plug it in anyway and have a play, and I'll give you my first new experience at this one. Yeah, the fret edges are identical. That's not the fret edges, sorry, the fret board edges. It's still pretty much exactly like the last one, which it doesn't matter, but yeah, I mean, it's just a finish thing, you know, like I made the criticism of this on the last one. Hopefully we can see this. If you see the fret edge, the frets, I keep saying that, the fretboard edge. I mean, a lot of tallies are like this, right? Because of the way that the finish is applied, then they sort of take the edge off the joint, oh, not the joint, but the fretboard edge. But yeah, you know, it's just scuffed. It doesn't matter. Like I said to him, I didn't expect another one of these at all. I like my Relic one. I know probably most people don't, but I'm a big fan of it. It feels great to play. And after I finished the job, you know, the first video I put together, I didn't show day 2, I only showed day 1. And a lot of people were like, oh, it looks crap, it looks crap. And then after I finished it, I got more positive comments like, oh man, it looks great. Like, what did you do to it in the end? I'm like, well, I finished it. It was a huge job. I will never do that inside again either. I had the fan on and the windows open, but yeah, too much dust. So this is a T52. This is pretty much, I think, their most popular Tele. And this feels a lot like a Baja Telecaster in terms of its neck shape. It's got that sort of satiny kind of finish on the back. Woo! I'm right out of tune again. Let's use the Kemper. Kemper tuner is the best tuner in the world. Yeah, let's get rid of this. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you own a Harley Benton or you've tried one of these guitars out and what you thought of them. Oh, look at the back. It's got like a weird sort of grain tint thing going on. I like it. It looks funny. I got to tell you, it looks really funny. Let me grab my other one because it's right near the door here. I'll show you the difference so people can see like how much it actually got relicked. Let's get rid of this box. The only bad thing about unboxing day, as happy of a day as it usually is for everybody, you know, anytime something turns up, is when you got to get rid of all the boxes. So there we go. You can see how much gloss is on this versus how little is on that. That's all done by hand. That's the back. And that's the back. So it's not even close, right? Like, yeah. So I would not recommend doing that by hand. Back of the neck is the best bit, you know. It really feels good. I'm not going to relic this other one. It was a good project. I always wanted to try doing it. And I'd never really... Yeah, I didn't have any other options. I was like, yeah, I'll just use that guitar because... I don't know, it seemed like a fun idea at the time. Throw the bad tuner away, I agree. That's as tally as you're going to get. I've played mine live a few times at the Jam. I haven't actually taken it to a gig, but I've taken it to the Jam a number of times, and it's got a really just spanky tally tone. It's great. Man, both pickups on a Tele, underrated, I reckon. Boris says, the problem with budget set-in necks is it is good, but if you want to keep it in 5 years, you'll have to invest in another $300 to $400 to refret it. Makes you think about investing more up front. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. So I don't know if setting next has. Oh, okay, I see. He's making 2 points. Yeah, I guess that's just the thing. Like, you know, you say that, but my 52 Tele, I needed a fret job in three or 4 years after owning it, and that was a huge investment as well. I put stainless steel frets in there, and I was done. So yeah, I guess it just depends on the frets that are in there, how much you play, and all that kind of stuff as well. I think most people, I could just be making an assumption, most people who have one of like a Harley Benton or an inexpensive guitar probably have more than one, or they plan on getting like a second one of some description. You know, like I see a lot of guys who use like SX ones or Squier Classic Vibes or anything. They've usually got a couple of guitars, it's not just their only one. And I like having variation on the channel from, you know, some of my Japanese guitars to some of the other stuff that I play, like the Fenders and the USA made stuff, to less expensive stuff as well. It kind of appeals to a broader audience. And there's nothing to stop you getting good tones and good sounds out of almost any guitar. I've played hundreds of guitars now, and I really struggle to not get the sound I like. You know, it's just one of those weird things now. So you probably saw back here, we've got a different amp. At the moment, I haven't turned this on. Well, I lied. I have turned it on. I haven't turned it up. I'm waiting till Monday to do that. That's on loan as well. That's not mine. A lot of people are seeing my Instagram feed and going, "Oh man, you're shopping like crazy." I'm like, no, I'm not buying any of this stuff. It's all on loan. So yeah, these were sent out obviously from Thomann. So I get to keep these, which is amazing. But I think my favorite one by a mile already, as much as I like that first Tele, the one that I easily like the most is this. This is something else. It's got a nice big fat sort of sound. Feels so good to play. It's got a sort of dark overtone to it. I like it. What about the budget models from Gibson, Epiphone, Fender, and Squier? I'll take a Fender over a Gibson, but I like Epiphone over Squier. It's all personal choice in terms of what you like, man. Like, you know, a Tele guy is not going to want to buy an Epiphone. It's just the way that it is. So it just comes down to what you like. I think Epiphone are solid instruments. I've owned 3. I've owned 2 ES335s, and I've owned a Les Paul, which was a black one. And what else? Was there anything else I've owned Epiphone? There might have been another Les Paul in there. I can't really recall. So yeah, I mean, Squiers are great guitars too. It just depends on what you're looking for. I mean, that's the beauty of it all. You can find, you know, different guitar. You know, you can find a budget guitar of any description these days. I guess that's the thing. I wonder whether I'm gonna make maybe a small prediction. You got the PRS SEs, which are the budget model, which is what I've got. Plays just as good as any of the other guitars from that range that I've played. I wonder if they'll make a guitar coming up that matches the price of this. And I wonder if it would also match the quality. Because, yeah, far out. I'm really stunned. I'm really stunned by this. Yeah, it's good. These are all slightly different, you know. Like, I guess I got the double up of the TE52, but that other one's great. I'm going to put together a pretty cool video, a couple of videos coming up. That wasn't the right chord. Yeah, cool. All right, well, I wanted to keep this within half an hour, which I've gone over. I might come back and do like a Q&A live stream or something like that. I just wanted to share a little bit about my first impressions with these kind of guitars. It's always a good thing to do. Then I can show you if there's anything about them that is interesting or weird or good or bad. So yeah, so just to be clear, like my criticism of my original one of these T52s was the fact the side of the fretboard looked a little scuffed. This one, I mean, it looks fine, right? This is just one of those things about these guitars. You'll see most Teles have it. This one doesn't look as bad. It looks way more even than the last one. The other one had some scratches sort of further up that were kind of actually on the fretboard. This one doesn't have that at all. It's just the sides. It looks a little different to say, I think it looks a little bit different to like my Fender or whatever. But yeah, there we go. So that's about it, guys. If you enjoyed the live stream, please give it a thumbs up. I appreciate that. See if we can get it to 100. We've got 185 people here. Johnny Bean says, I have a Squier Italian and Epiphone Les Paul, and I take the Squier over the Epi because it fits my body better and it's easier to play. There you go. So that's a great example of how you should be buying guitars, based on your own experience, not on what other people like. I get the same questions on Instagram and on YouTube a lot, like, what should I buy out of this and that? It's like, the one you like the best, because that's what it comes down to. I can give you some suggestions about what I like about them, but it's all about sort of what you think about them in the end. That's what it comes down to, and what you're looking for tone-wise. You know, if you're looking for a Tele, you probably don't want to go buy a Les Paul, and vice versa, right? So. All right, Matt says, Shane or has anyone tried the Harley Benton pedal power supply? I've tried their battery-powered one. Let me know if that's the one you're talking about. I almost find it unusable. I like the idea of it. It's really noisy, which is odd because it's a DC power supply, but every time I've used it, it's unusable. I use it to charge my phone. It's a great mobile phone charger. But if you're talking about one that you actually plug into the wall, I haven't tried that. There's just something about that DC one that doesn't work properly. I've tried it maybe 5 or 6 times in the house here, out at gigs. I turn on any pedal it's connected to and it makes a lot of awful noise. So yeah, look, it's a great mobile phone charge. I can charge my iPhone twice with it. The bridge pickup on both are really ice picky. Welcome to the life of the JCM 800, man. That's the sound, you know, that's what it's going for. Don't want to play any copyright stuff. Yeah, the JCM 800 is a very different sound to my Marshall D-Cell. It's very bright in all the good ways, so it's got nothing to do with the guitars. That's the sound. Even my my Flying V will sound like that. All right, how about that? We'll do a quick comparison, and then I'll rack off here and let everybody go back to their evening. Let's give this a go, and I bet you this is just as bright, because this is all in the, I found out a way I can play this actually. How about this? Look at that. So this is bridge. So that sound you're hearing, that sort of high end, that's the JCM 800. All right, what I'll do, I'll wrap up this part of the live stream. I might actually come back and do a Q&A kind of thing. I'll clean up the room, move out all these boxes, maybe give me, I don't know, 20 minutes or something, then I'll come back. But yeah, if you haven't heard a JCM 800 or played one, I can highly suggest it. There's something really addictive about that sound. When I first plugged in, I was like, oh, that's so bright. And then I was like, now I get it. Wait till you hear the video. It's coming up. It is an absolute beast. So yeah, I'll catch you guys soon. Thanks again for hanging out. If you enjoyed the live stream, give it a thumbs up. If you want to come back, have a chat, I'll go live again coming up. I just want to move out some of this stuff, make sure I've got everything out of the boxes and freed up my 2 meter squared floor space here that I'm working in. Normally there is crap everywhere. It's hilarious. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out, and I will catch you. I'll be back. See ya.